What's going on out there, Culture Junkie Nation? It's your boy Ken Sure. We're back with another great episode of Culture Junkies Live. And like Voltron, we are all coming back together to do the damn thing. I got my friends with me, my good old friends, GQ, Daitakuji, Simon Says, and Omega is rejoining the show for the first time in quite a long time. Fellas, how you doing? Did you have a really good weekend?
Yes.
Weekend.
Yeah.
When that
week. Oh, you did you work this weekend?
No, I didn't have to work, but it's like Groundhog's Day, dude.
Yeah, they're all running together.
They're all running together. I got you. I got you.
In a time loop.
Mm-hmm. So GQ's running the chat today. He'll be highlighting your messages and paying attention.
Over there saying Omega lives.
Omega lives, like he's surprised to see you.
He rises like a phoenix from
that archangel.
That archangel. Yeah.
So everybody out there in the Culture Junkie Nation, we are live on Twitch. We are live on Facebook. We are live on Kick. We're live on YouTube. Wherever you are, we will see your chats. So interact with us. But today we're one of us. Well, a lot of things we're going to be talking about today. But Helldivers II. We're talking about the WWE controversy. We're talking about the X-Men. Talking about Madam Web. I don't know where you guys want to start, but I'll leave you guys to it. Where are we going with it?
Since I'm the only person that saw Madam Web, I'm gonna get it out the way real quick.
Please.
Please. Sony's problem, and I don't remember how many of y'all saw Morbius, but Sony. Okay,
we were there. We were sitting like 2 seats away from each other, seeing that movie.
Yeah. So I think what you got with Sony is they trying to be the Turner Classic Movies of comic book movies. They trying to go all the way back to the 90s. Until 90s style and put out 90s style products, and it's just like,
did you say they're the Turner Classic Movies of comic book movies?
Yeah,
he did.
It's
a
whole bunch of old timey stuff from a bygone era, and that's what you got. The movie itself was serviceable as a comic book movie. It was not good. We talked about it in the pre-show with Preem. It was not great by anybody's standard. It was just okay. It would have been fine. Like, for example, if this came out like right before Blade, we would all thought it was pretty decent.
You sure about that?
Blade, yeah, because Blade came out
before Blade.
Yeah, if it came out before Blade, this would have been one of those. All right, this is all right. I see what they was trying to do. Okay, cool. Whatever. Blade came out and changed the game. It's like, no, this is how comic book movies need to be done. And from that point forward, everybody started getting on that bandwagon, and then MCU came around, changed the game again with Iron Man. So when you have something that's that old, that's why Morbius was so hated. Morbius felt like it was a 90s comic book movie, and it was just bad. Madam Web is falling into that same problem. It's like you can't tell stories like that way anymore. The audience has evolved and moved way past all of that. So that was my take on it.
Okay.
So can we just say the elephant in the room is we got Craven coming out too. So
yep. Yeah. And Venom 3, right? Is Venom 3 this year?
Venom 3 is not this year, but there's rumors that it's in production. There's rumors that it's in production. I don't know. It's not.
Even as slightly decent as Venom is, Venom still feels like it's an old comic book movie. It doesn't feel like it's one of the new modern era comic book movies. It just doesn't feel like it.
With this Disney physical acquisition, does that mean movies going forward?
So let's clarify. What Omega's talking about is that Disney bartered a deal with Sony for Sony to take over the physical production and distribution of all of their physical media moving forward. So we're talking all of their Blu-ray box sets, all of their Blu-ray single releases. You could think of it as maybe a precursor to some other closer, tight-knit deal, maybe to do with Spider-Man. We'll have to see.
Okay.
One hopes. One 100% hopes. I don't know what happened to Dido's camera. It's gone. Hopefully it comes back. Thank you, that Marcus A64 for the resub. Appreciate you there, sir.
38 months. That's over 3 years.
That's dedication for you. But I don't think I don't think it has anything to do with movies going. Well, it does have to do with all of Disney's movies going forward. I don't think it has any. There's nothing changing on Sony's end.
Gotcha.
Are they still gonna make garbage movies? Probably. I hope they don't, but probably they will.
Heck no, Madam Web shouldn't have got her own movie. Never. Listen. The only thing I saw, the last time I saw Madam Web, she was old as hell, sitting in that damn chair,
in the hover chair,
on the Spider-Man cartoon.
Yes,
that's where they should have left it.
Well, again, that's the weird part about it. It's just like, why would you have a character that was so obscure? Like, again, we all grew up with the Spider-Man cartoon, so we knew who she was because of that. Sure. Some of us obviously were comic book readers, so we knew her from that too. The average person does not know who she is. It's random as hell. It's like you just, okay, let's put a Madam Web movie out there. Like,
yeah,
but why?
Yeah,
I understand they're trying to hit some of these more obscure characters, but at least on Marvel side of things, they're hitting characters that were at least newer characters that came up within this decade. Right. Like Miss Marvel and some of the other ones that they're doing. But Madam Web is like, okay, that's random. That's very random. So,
did Marcus A64 said Madam Web should have been a TV show at most? What? I don't even think it should have got that.
No.
It should have built up to it. We've said this forever. First off, Spider-Man movies need.
Stuck in the mix. Come on back, man.
Oh, wait. Simon says, what we talking about your internet just a little while ago, and then his just cuts out like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that face, though. Look at that face. That's about to be a t-shirt.
That's awesome.
It looked like when the Joker was on the TV and Bruce Wayne paused it.
Pause that boy, yes.
Hey, let's see. I'm taking off my makeup. Let's see if you can take off yours.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't think
awesome.
Yeah, Madam Web. Nah, I don't see. I couldn't see it as a TV show.
Madam Web cut your audio. Dang,
like a small mini series or something like that.
Maybe, but the thing is, it would have the way you look at it, and if I don't know if y'all seen any other people from the movie, I don't even really honestly care about giving spoilers because I don't think anybody cares. The costumes for the other Spider girls that came in look straight up CW. Straight up CW.
Straight up CW. Like, oh damn.
Yeah. So it's like a TV
what was
series,
the budget?
The TV series would not have worked.
Yo, what was the budget for this movie?
But Dido's back. What's your take?
Oh, bro, that was funny.
I don't know what's going on. Somebody keeps trying to get me out of this chat, and I'm trying to tell you.
It's Madam Web, man. She cut you off. She was like, hey, I ain't having none of this slander. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
It's not even a slander. Spider-Man characters need Spider-Man in it. They need to freaking set the stuff up right. They're not setting anything up right.
Yeah.
They're trying to make macaroni and cheese. What's the most important part of macaroni and cheese? It was actually all of it, but if you're gonna have some macaroni and cheese, you want some good fucking cheese.
Yeah.
Question.
Well, here's the spoiler.
It always comes to food because I'm fat.
Peter is in the movie. Just
I love me some food.
Called
all right.
Peter,
So question. So I have a question.
Any of that. So
yeah, what's the question?
Was there somebody in a Spider-Man suit in the movie?
Yes.
Okay. So is it possible that the reason they had to make it is because legally, every 2 years they have to make something that has Spider-Man in it? No.
I think that was the Fox deal.
Oh, okay.
That was the Fox deal, and
the Fantastic Four.
The Fox, all the Fox properties had that stipulation. I think Universal, they own the rights to the Hulk outright. Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man.
Hulk is actually a little bit more complicated because they, as they've been saying a million times, they can't make another Hulk movie. They actually can. Universal has the right of first refusal. So that's a slippery slope because it's like you can make a kick-ass great movie and then Universal could be like, oh my God, go back and change this and then whatever, because Universal wants to distribute the movie and Disney ain't gonna let nobody else distribute their movie. That's just not gonna happen.
What is the pop guy talking about? Get him out of there.
What do you say? The pop guy. What do you say? Toby, Andrew, Tom, Spider-Man would
my
lose to the
goodness.
girls and
the girls.
Oh, my
that's
goodness.
got
The
to be a
disrespect.
troll. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That's got to be a troll. That ain't no serious comment.
Yeah, and you
No
was
way.
just at that trolls party a couple weekends ago. Get him out of
Oh,
here.
wow.
Yeah,
my
but honestly,
God.
that in my opinion, that's probably enough, Madam Web. We gave her more than enough time.
100%.
Way
in my
more than
opinion.
enough time.
So y'all can, pivot, transition, go to whatever you want to talk to about next, because we're finished with that.
Real quick, one thing that a lot of us were waiting on, X-Men 97 trailer came out while we were gone. We kind of got our first look at the X-Men 97 in action. I thought the trailer was pretty good. Obviously, as to be expected, I think. Okay, so on social media, I don't want to necessarily go there now. I'll still talk about the trailer itself, but I'll come back to it. But some of the voices definitely sounded old, like Wolverine's voices sounded a little bit different. And not everybody, I think nearly the entire voice cast, with the exception of those that are unfortunately no longer with us, the entire original voice cast is still around, but some of them are in new roles. Like Jean, the lady that played Jean Grey is now voicing somebody else in this show. The young lady that was voicing Jubilee is voicing somebody else in this show, and they actually put a young Asian lady in the voice role as Jubilee. Yeah, so there's been a few changes, but for the most part, they tried to stay true to what the voices sounded like. Like Cyclops, I think my man did the best job that he could. He didn't quite sound like Cyclops, but I think, I'm sorry,
Wolverine, because the voice actor for Wolverine passed away too.
No, it's the same guy.
That doesn't sound like the same at all. I thought,
and that's exactly what I said.
Okay.
Well, you got to think about it.
But he's older. He is older,
yeah.
so you got to give him some grace. I give him some grace. Oh, did his face freeze again?
Yep. The internet is doing it on purpose.
I love it.
Okay,
So,
now here's the thing.
not want me.
Here's the
Speak
thing.
on.
Here's the thing. I guarantee you, I've got video of probably all of us from years ago. Our voices are not going to sound the same. You're talking about 30 years ago when they did those characters. Well, almost 30. It's closing in on it. But it's like, none of those people are going to sound exactly the same as they did. The only person that I know can do that, sort of, or two people actually, Frank Welker and Peter Cullen. That's it. Beyond that, every other person, their voice ages with them. Go ahead, Dada.
I was just saying Cal died. I thought he passed away. No, I know the voice actor for Cyclops passed away. But I also thought that Cal Dodd was Wolverine's name. I thought he passed away because he does not sound the same at all. And I get what you're saying. Yes, we are, things change over time. But like to me, he sounded like a completely different person, not just in cadence, but just like the structure of the sentences.
Well, Preem brought up a good point actually right here in the chat. He said Wolverine's voice doing the Wolverine voice would take a lot out of your vocal cords and whatnot.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure his voice naturally isn't that gravelly, isn't that how Wolverine sounds. So, and then
but I like what Takeem says with James Earl Jones and Morgan Freeman. Those guys' voices have not changed.
That is true.
Y'all are talking about the wrong thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing that's changed.
Go ahead.
Is Rogue's backside? Is she gonna run up to Megan? Is she gonna run up to Meg the Stallion on the street and then absorb some glutes? I won't have it. I won't have it.
She only had the backside in one episode. You go back and watch some more of that stuff.
That was one.
One frame, one episode. Beyond that, if you look at the rest of the cartoon, her butt was not like that. Now they were all curvier than what they are portrayed, normally or whatever. At least for the newer one. But Rogue, that one episode that everybody knows about with Apocalypse, that was one time.
It changed everything. It changed
everything.
No
there is one thing that you guys haven't mentioned.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about X-Men 97 and all the people on the internet going around saying that the X-Men is woke now. I can't believe the X-Men.
Oh my God. I don't even want to go into that.
Just before we started the show, I was looking at TikTok, somebody trying to clown Magneto's. It was like Disney redesigned Magneto's suit,
She
not
did
knowing
yeah.
that exact same design was in
No,
the comic book. Somebody pulled out a comic,
Yeah.
Mhm.
exact same with the M and everything on it.
Oh yeah.
In
without
fact,
a doubt.
if I remember correctly, he
that
was
was a-
wearing that in like the last episode of the '90s freaking X-Men. What you guys got to say about
No,
that?
he wasn't.
X-Men.
I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have anything.
No, that
okay.
was.
So
Yeah, I think they're doing the. Yeah, I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was going to say I think the audacity to even open your mouth and say the X-Men have gone woke when their entire history was based around bigotry as
Yeah.
one of the biggest things that they're talking about. Racism essentially is a staple of being a mutant. Like, what are we talking about here? Come on. And yes, Fallen Marvel, I 100% like his comment section is crazy.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know what happens with Fallen Marvel attracts the weirdest people
No doubt.
all the time.
That's
He's got
because they
himself
know.
a stalker
they
from
know.
out of the country.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's 'cause
he
they
does.
know.
That dude is crazy. That dude
But,
is crazy.
but here's the thing, and this is where it gets silly. You have people, YouTubers, influencers, whatever you want to call them, trying to retcon what Stan Lee said about the X-Men. And it's just like, okay, y'all know that he outright said, just like Kenshiro said, it was about the bigotry and it was another way. Now, yes, there is a part of that of like, I cannot keep coming up with ways these people are getting their powers. So they're born with it. Yes, it also became the whole allegory of, you know, people disliking things that are different. So the bigotry thing became a thing or whatever. Stan acknowledged that without a doubt. But now they're trying to say, well, Stan also said that he wasn't trying to. It's like, no, he explained that this became something that fell into his lap. Because otherwise, go to them same interviews where he said he created Black Panther for the reasons he created Black Panther. So it's like, and you're trying to say, well, Stan wasn't thinking about that. It's like, don't try to tell me what the man was thinking when I heard him say it. Watched an interview of him saying why he did what he did. So
Sure.
people are so involved in trying to do everything against anti-woke, and it's just like y'all ain't even using the right definition of the word, and
No,
y'all
they're
are just
not.
so up in arms about it. It's just it's getting silly to this point, and
yeah,
so.
the assault on diversity is just ridiculous right now. Regardless of what ethnicity you fall under, like this anti-diversity attack from all sides, from I guess I'm not trying to get political, but from essentially the right of the political spectrum, where they're so triggered by anything that is even perceived to be DEI. The next thing you know, they're going to call Superman woke and completely ignore that Superman was created by two Jewish boys as an allegory for the downtrodden voices of Germany stepping on their necks and euthanizing them. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, it's just crazy. Anyway, how you guys looking forward to X-Men 97? I know it's going to be a series, and already we had out there people are saying, oh, well, X-Men 97 is getting ready to come back. We can get Spider-Man 97 now and continue the Spider-Man anime.
I don't know about that'd be kind of cool. See how that end, because that did kind of end on a cliffhanger. I was like,
yeah. Mary Jane just fell into a hole and just disappeared, seemingly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and guess who was the last person that we saw? Spider-Man and Madam Web. So it's like, goodness.
He's on a journey to the
Here's the
multiverse.
thing. Here's the one thing, and even going back to the quote unquote wokeness and diversity, they're talking about morph as if morph isn't as if a shapeshifter isn't the very definition of non-binary.
So he was non-binary in the
Mystique.
comics. Yeah, Mystique too. Exactly. Like, everybody's upset that Mystique gave birth to Nightcrawler herself, using essentially. She impregnated Destiny, and they gave birth to Nightcrawler together. And everybody's upset by that. Like, wait a minute. She's a shapeshifter. She changes her gender all the time. Like, what are you talking about?
Comics have been written and rewritten and retconned and re-retconned millions of times throughout all this stuff. That's all this is. For the longest time, it was Sabretooth and Mystique were supposed to be his parents. Then they changed it to Azazel or Azazel or whatever his name is. They showed in the last movie. And now they changed
they
it to
kept it as
this.
Azazel.
It's like
No,
whatever.
from what I heard, from what I heard, they kept it as Azazel, as
At that point,
dad.
Frozen again.
And then, but no, Sabretooth.
I love it.
And
I love
they
it.
created was it Green Creed? That's
Yeah,
Graydon Creed.
And
Yes.
he turned,
Yes.
and he
Yeah.
turned into like I hope we see his ass in this one too, because that dude
Graydon
was funny as
Creed?
hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
After they
I don't
bring him
know.
back.
See, they got
Or-
Bishop
or-
in that starting
Last
lineup.
time we saw Graydon Creed, he was dropped off at Sabretooth's house, so that man might be dead.
yeah, we probably not. You probably not seeing.
father. You're not my father.
They dropped him off. He was just like, I've been ate my favorite mutant hating son. Come here, boy. I was like, that man's
It'll
dead.
be interesting
It's like-
if they did the William Stryker and the Purifiers.
Yeah.
They might.
Yeah,
People are complaining
be
about it too, but
interesting.
whatever.
they would. 100% they would.
Striker.
The pop guy said they should bring Professor X back with a fro. Okay.
Yeah, y'all gotta watch out for that guy, man.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah.
He's a menace.
Or he
she Stains has got it
comes
right.
back
She
walking.
Stains has got it right. Give that man a fade, Professor X. No. Give him the Travis Kelce. Give him
No,
the Travis.
easy,
It's not the
easy
fade.
now.
It's the Travis Kelce.
Easy
Wow.
now. Easy there. Easy
Wow.
now.
I still can't believe they had the audacity on day one of Black History Month to call out the Travis Kelce. And Kelce went on his podcast and was like, "Hey man, y'all did me dirty. Why y'all do that to me? I ain't never claimed the fade was mine. Never, not once. I just know where to go get a real tight fade." And I go down the hood and I get it because I've been getting it for years. Like what?
All right.
That was
We got to figure out
hilarious.
what's going on with Dido's computer because that's odd.
That's wild.
Let me just
Yeah.
check in.
Somebody playing with that connection. Somebody don't want him to be on this show, clearly. Because he's
Guess
been
not.
making all the faces today. He's been making all the faces today.
Right.
All right, but let's pivot. Ryan Clark, don't sue me. I'm just saying. Let's pivot. Let's pivot.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
one of the reasons that Omega is here is he's been playing Helldivers.
Oh man.
And Helldivers has brought back all of those great feelings from that 1998 film Starship Troopers. So I'm gonna turn to Omega. What's so great about he's got Forrest Whitaker eye. What's so great about Helldivers 2? So you can comment.
Are you a citizen or are you a civilian? Let me tell you about Helldivers 2. If Lost Planet got together with The Mandalorian, got together with Starship Troopers, and you took the greatness of all of them and then you just like that, that is Helldivers 2. A fantastic game. Now it is dealing with some network issues because the original game that came out, I think the most they had was like 6,700 users at one time. It's at 400,000.
So it got way more popular than they expected.
Capacity.
Nice.
Oh, without question. It definitely gives you that Starship Troopers, 90s wartime feel, but graphically it's amazing. The frames, everything runs amazing, and you're playing with 4 of your brethren. Oh man, what a time! Game of the year. Everybody,
Tay Sweat Gaming actually said he likes Helldivers 2. Just hates when the servers are full. You got to wait. It's almost like waiting to get into a club, which
it is.
That's not for a game. That's not a bad problem to have, though.
No, it's not.
That excited to play your game.
Yeah, you got.
Am I still here?
To
you are
protect
there.
Certain Earth. Okay, you got to do. What
I
you
don't
got to do
see you
to
guys
protect
now,
Certain
but I
Earth.
guess you can see me. I'm sorry for interrupting.
You listen, man. It is the fight for freedom. You are fighting against the arachnids, and then you have the robots whose name the automatons.
The Terminators.
The Terminators. They got the some of the walkers.
That Omega sounds like Soundwave. Like what?
They got some of the walkers from Star Wars in there. When I tell you, just straight up unadulterated fun, and even when it comes down to the microtransactions, very, 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 very minimal. And that's only if you want something. If you don't want to do anything, you can still move through the game without any interruptions. for for free, minus paying the $40 or whatever you bought it, whether it was on Steam or from Sony. But an
So
amazing
are
game.
we looking at any pay to win elements, or is it just actual
Well, no, I mean, no,
microtransactions
because
and
not.
cosmetics?
so
It's not
you can.
multiplayer.
Well, yeah, because when it's you and your friends, it's all PVE. So there's no advantage you can get only by grinding the game. So currently,
hmm
me and some, me and my son and some friends, or just even some randoms, as we are fighting to get rid of this arachnid scum. What you do is that you go to these big matches, and it's like you have to get rid of 200 enemies, and then you can do those quickly because if you've leveled up enough, you can get airstrikes, you can have like a mortar strike, or you can drop a nuke, stuff like that. So that is the only way that you can level up. But no, there is no way pay to win. Only thing you can pay for is like different skins, like like a different outfit. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, there's nothing but hard work. And even then, anything you buy or purchase, it doesn't, like, because like the enemies, they still take the same damage. They either just come out larger or they send more of them. So it's not
hmm
a situation to where the pistol you had early on doesn't work anymore. Oh no, it works. But now, instead of being attacked by 3 or 4, you're being swarmed by bio titans and chargers. It's, oh man, it's
Oh, them Bio Titans was giving him
oh man.
fits.
No,
So
They was
man,
hold
giving
up.
him
listen,
fits
you
today.
got
So
to
is
sign
this
up.
purely online only, or is this one of
Purely
those that have
online.
purely
Purely
online?
online.
Okay.
You said you would have a very hard time if you try to play it by yourself. It
Oh
is
well,
not
yes.
something you can go in by
I would
yourself.
recommend at least, if you're over level 20, maybe 2 people, but I would recommend at least 3 to 4 at all times when you're out there fighting for freedom.
Okay.
I am
All
very
right. Well,
tempted to buy it.
go
Listen,
ahead, Dido.
you
No,
got
I was
to.
just saying I'm
You
very
got to.
tempted to buy it. Part of
But
me
will you
says I
play
want to
it?
get into it. I want to play. See, the thing is, if you got online games and you playing with friends, I will more than likely try to hop on as
Listen,
much as
we're
possible.
only taking citizens, sir, not civilians. So you better get it together.
I would have to sign
If
up
you're
to
going to
become
be a citizen
sir.
and become a part of the fight, then you better do
Hey.
it. Lace
Rico's
your boots
Roughnecks.
up.
Hey, just remember, I only have one rule: everyone fights.
No one quits.
No one.
That's
If you
it.
don't do your job,
You know
I'll
what
shoot you
you
myself.
do.
Everyone fights. No one quits. You're
Yeah,
right.
somebody messing with something because we only got 2 cameras up. There we go. Now we
There
got
we go.
4 cameras
Now,
up.
It wasn't enough.
I do have a question for you,
Too much text.
fans of the games and the movies. When it comes to the one that specifically we're talking about, Helldivers and or Starship Troopers, which Helldivers is what people say is a Starship Troopers the game, which is surprising they weren't able to get the license for it. But regardless if they did or did not, who cares? So I was watching Aliens the other day, and both Aliens and Starship Troopers have Marines. I don't know if they were Marines and Starship Troopers are just like, average
They're
grunts
Marines.
or whatever. And I asked the question.
Yeah. Oh no, in mobile infantry.
Yeah, mobile infantry. So that means they weren't specialized. They weren't Marines. But I would say, who would win? The Marines from Aliens. Now, mind you, almost everybody got wiped out on both sides. They had different factors. So who would win, Rico's Roughnecks or Apon's crew? Apon's crew, because like the aliens are some fucking, fucked up shits. I don't even think Rico's people would be able to take out the aliens. Yeah, they would have nuked them. They wanted to nuke them in Alien. They said they wanted to fly back up and fucking nuke the whole place. And if Paul Reiser's bitch ass wasn't there, they would have did that. Right off bat. But would if in the same situation, if you take the Marines from Aliens, and put them in Starship Troopers, would they survive longer? Would they get,
No, because them
They're
aliens
pulse
on
rifles.
Starship Trooper were by the thousands. It was a lot. Like aliens had a lot, and they had the acid blood, but Starship Troopers, they were going from planet to planet, doing what needed to be done. Plus, Rico, got the girl, and then he got the girl again. So yeah, you got to go with Rico's
I think
Roughneck.
from a fighting standpoint, though, the Marines from Aliens were a more specialized unit. You were basically just this is the Vietnam draft where you were grabbing every able body and throwing them at this problem. Most of them didn't want to fight. Most of them couldn't fight. So I mean, yeah, you had Rico's Roughnecks who were basically a better team, but the Marines from Aliens, that's what they do. Like that's their job.
Well, they did.
Again, I'm not saying they were great. I'm not saying
They didn't know what they were up
because,
against.
but based on what they were up against, yeah, they were up against something they weren't ready for. So who knows?
They didn't know what the fuck was going on
at all. So they're
All right,
everywhere,
so
man.
Said we starting this Culture Junkies Helldivers 2 squadron, which
Hello,
we definitely could.
I mean,
hello.
that's what I said. Okay. If I were to buy it, what am I buying it for? Am I buying it for PlayStation 5 or buying it for a PC? Because my PC, it's not running the 44,000 series or whatever. I got a 3060 Ti going in there, which is well enough capable of doing all that shit. And I got a PlayStation 5.
I mean, whatever. Well, it's a crossplay, so whatever you prefer.
Yeah, I know. But so which one? It's $40 on either one. It's digital on either one.
Yes, I have it.
It's based on what you're going to sit in front of and play.
Yeah, but yeah, whatever you want to do it on. But yeah,
I can sit in front of and play on both. That's the problem. My PC, my gaming PC, and my PlayStation hooked up to the exact same TV.
It's at that point. It's
I don't know. Whichever one you want.
Suddenly, my chat reset or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't see people's chat. I had to get into Twitch.
No, I see. Chat now. The entire chat module seemed like it just disappeared, but whatever.
PC is easier for the stratagem.
For the stratagem. So what the stratagem is that like you can buy things to unlock on your ship. So then that helps, where your turrets last longer or your mortar lasts longer. So that's good.
It is.
It is crossplay. But yeah, I don't know how the stratagem works on the Sony side. I just know from PC. And
right.
Yeah, great game.
That definitely might be something to look into purchasing, because my next game that's coming is Final Fantasy VII Remake or Rebirth or whatever you want to call it.
Get that out of
here. Did you hear?
And after that, it's WWE 2K24.
Hello.
What?
That Final Fantasy, the end of that Rebirth or whatever it's called, is just the end of Disc 1 on the original Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, I believe it.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, they're basically taking their time with this one. They're Shenmueing it.
Oh man, what
sounds like it.
Except they better not freaking suddenly decide, oh, we can't finish it. Like, no, you damn it, you better finish the whole thing. So
I hope so, man, because I don't think they're gonna finish Shenmue. I don't think it's happening.
Well, it
took 20 years to get part 3.
You had part 3. You played through part 3.
Yeah, I got part 3.
What gave you that idea?
Still in you fight Londi, he gets away, and it's just like, oh, okay, now what?
Wow.
I mean, back in the early 2000s, said it was supposed to be like a 20-part or whatever. Shenmue is the reason why Sega actually really got bankrupt, because it took, at that time, it was the most expensive game, and it did not make its money back, and it was on a system that was destined to fail because everybody, I don't want nothing to do with Sega because, Sega, they got great games, but they just kept fucking me over and keep coming out with stuff.
That was Sega of America's fault. That was Sega of America's fault with all those damn add-ons they kept making.
Well, kind of. The 32X was all around the world. It didn't just come out in America.
I'm not saying that they didn't ship it out around the world. It's just the fact that they made it right when the Saturn was about to drop, and then they dropped the Saturn. We already know the story. They dropped the Saturn months early.
But they shouldn't have did that. No, I get it, but my whole thing is it's always been, as I've always stated, it's always about the games.
Oh, no doubt.
To me, it really didn't matter. Going back to what they had, Sega went basically bankrupt because of Shenmue, and the CEO at the time had to bail them out. He used his own personal money to bail them out. And, in my honest opinion, Sega's back, not when it comes to making systems at all, but they make some kick-ass fucking games. But Shenmue is not Sega product anymore. The last Shenmue came out, if I remember correctly, was not published by Sega. Yu Suzuki managed, he wanted to get that story told, so he did a Kickstarter on it and had his company make the game. But And unless that's gonna happen again, you get somebody who's like, you know what, I'm a big Shenmue fan and I'm a billionaire. Let's get these out here. Let's crank them out. It ain't happening.
Right.
Yeah, published by Deep Silver. So
Deep Silver is who did it.
Yeah, they're the ones that published it. Sega didn't publish it. There's a lot of stuff that was in there that they couldn't use because, like, when you go to the arcade in Shenmue, there were Sega games, Shenmue 1 and 2. Shenmue 3, it was just, I don't even remember I don't even think I stopped. I think I stopped at arcade once to look to see what was in there, and it was just
probably mobile. It's probably mobile games like Candy Crush and Angry Birds or whatnot.
It was some random, it was some random BS, and it wasn't a Sega game at all. So, like, I personally would love for Shenmue to take the Final Fantasy route and kick it up a notch, but it's not gonna happen.
I mean, the thing is, the idea of doing a 20-part game back then was way too ambitious. It was it was a cool idea. The execution, though, I don't know that expecting people to wait for potentially 20 parts of a game, which for a fact is going to be multiple generations. I could understand if they announced it at the beginning of the Dreamcast life cycle, but it's like,
well, they kind of did because it was initially made for the Sega Saturn.
Oh,
okay. They actually started making
Shenmue. Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah,
you can find footage or whatnot for it.
Shenmue Benmu. We're talking about the fight for Super Earth here. Ain't nobody talking about no.
Why are you guys going backwards?
Let's
fair enough.
Question. But listen,
okay, we're missing cameras from two of the people that are talking. What's going on?
Yeah. But before we do anything, is nobody seeing Simon Says shirt here, brother? Please tell me that underneath the myth it says the legend, and there is a arrow pointing to your pistol. Come on now, big fella.
It's pointing down here.
Oh, where's the arrow? Oh, come on.
There's no arrow.
You gotta have an arrow, man.
Yeah, we gotta press you an arrow on that shirt or something.
We got to get that shirt. Yes, you're right. For democracy, Sheet Stain. For democracy. You spread it across Super Earth and all the nations.
So you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, now we
can hear you and we can see, but now we're missing two people's cameras.
So wait, you can see me actually?
Our cameras are still being streamed. Your camera is not being streamed.
My camera is not being streamed. I don't know why my camera and She Stains is right. I must be, or Takeem must be right. I'm fighting spider ninjas in real life, trying to keep you on the screen because you ain't. As soon as my camera went out, you ain't froze. You ain't froze since. So I'm basically gonna keep it on the 4 cams until we can figure out what the hell's going on.
We're in the Matrix.
Super Earth, you get it up.
No, I think it was this piece of shit right here. Look, this right here. I don't know if you can see it.
I can't see it.
No, we can't see that.
I can't see it.
It was one of them cheap ass docks.
Yeah, it's a cheap fucking USB piece of shit. Get out of here.
There you go. There you go. Toss that shit aside.
I managed to find another one that was better. And I think that might have solved the problem.
Okay. All right.
It's my fault for donating my PC parts to the Culture Junkies. Therefore, all I have is this.
Listen to this guy. Listen to this guy.
I mean, I could be on my gaming PC, but then I got to set up the camera. I got to get the tripod out, get some lights on.
Listen, you can only donate one thing, and that is your time to the fight for democracy of saving Super Earth.
There it is.
Sign up and become a citizen.
There it is.
Wow. I don't know. The game does sound like fun, so I might pick it up one of these days.
If you, Dido, Kenshiro, and whomever else, Simon, if y'all get in there, I tell you, before you look up, 4 hours will have passed.
No, I'm getting this. I don't know if I'm gonna get it this weekend or next weekend, but I'm getting it. Definitely.
It's only $40.
I'm gonna get it once I get all these video projects we got to do out of the way.
So one of the things that I heard though is I think was it the director of Helldivers 2 was saying he doesn't, and this must be some reverse psychology marketing at play here, because this man went on record and said I don't recommend buying the game while we have all these server issues going on. Like what?
Well, because I mean, if you look at the game, the microtransactions are minimal and they really have no effect on the game, so they're not necessary. It seems like some guys around our age got the cash together, got some funding from somewhere, and they made something that they had a passion for, and that was what it is. And so if one of us had made a game that took off and shot into the stratosphere, and our servers, we would probably do the same thing. Like, by all means, at some point buy the game, but if you're not going to be able to play it, all you're going to do is complain. So hold off, hold your $40. Don't get it just yet. Let us fix the server, and in a week or two, once we've bumped it up to be able to hold, we'll just say around 1 million capacity, then by all means move on. Because I'm gonna tell you this. I spent my $40, and one thing I don't want to do is have to wait for some jamoke citizen who's not even at a rank 2 taking up time when I've got to continue the fight, putting my boot on the throat of these robots.
The bugs,
Yeah.
right?
Plus,
I thought
that
it was bugs.
was a smart
So
move
for
by
the
them.
new
Bugs,
games, join the breast mix.
bugs and robots. It's all in there. The automaton. The automaton army is trying to enslave Super Earth, and it will not happen on my watch.
Not on my watch, this man said. My goodness. This man showing out for the camera. If y'all didn't know this man, the camera loves him, and he loves the camera.
That's why you brought me here. You only bring me around once every 6 years. What else you want me to do?
Oh man, you too big time for us, man. You
got
ain't
me
got no
tied
time
up.
for us.
You got me tied up in the CJ basement. Then you come out. What you want me to do?
Hey, we extended the invitation. He made every excuse under the sun not to show up in the studio. Did he not? Did he not? How many times do we ask him to come?
Why are you talking about old stuff? We talking about now.
We're
talking about the fight, and we're talking about the fight for Super Earth. Okay, we talking about old stuff. We talking about now.
Man,
deflecting the real issue here.
So it remains to be said. So when we do eventually go back into our studio, you gonna be available? You gonna come on through?
Let's talk about some music. So let's go.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
All in all, from night to night.
That's what I thought.
Let's go back to that brown. Where's your brown leather driving gloves?
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
That was funny. Hey, well, and you what is that?
What did you just say?
He said,
you boys
talk
wow.
good. So smell good. Feel good.
Yeah.
And I make love good. She said,
yeah.
She said,
right
we don't
there.
have to question that. We've got that from the source. Ha!
That
interview is
high on
classic.
his mind.
So So
Classic.
Takeem brought up something that I think is worth talking about. So I forget who shared it, but his last message is right. It's actually right here. You go ahead and click that one. So it says, y'all listening to 8-bit Big Band. Now, I forget who dropped it in our group chat, but they did a cover of I'm going to take you for a ride, the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 theme song. That shit slapped. It was good.
I skipped that.
Oh, you skipped it?
I kept skipping it. Yeah, every time I saw it, I kept skipping it. I was like,
what?
Maybe I shouldn't.
Yo, that shit slapped, bro. That it was so freaking good. If you haven't,
Takeem was the one that put that in there.
Yeah. It was so good. It was so dope.
It was popping up on my YouTube feed, like
bro. You gotta watch that. Like,
take you for
and again, I would share it if I didn't think we get a DMCA takedown, but
you shouldn't, because they didn't fucking get the rights to make that song. Gary got guaranteed. They just did it and put it out there.
Yeah, but he's talking about for our stream.
100%.
Yeah.
Just go to YouTube and search. It'll come up. It's popular enough.
Yeah, it pops up on there. It definitely.
Yo,
pops
man.
up.
the edit, the music play. If you love game soundtracks, if you love game music, you would love a big 8-bit big band. And that cover specifically that they did was incredible. It was incredible. It was really well done.
I'll
Yeah, you
check
definitely
it out.
got to check
Sorry,
it
I
out.
poo-pooed on it.
Yep,
Yeah, it was
8
so-
triple
it was so
B.
good. Yep, it was so good. I gave them a subscribe immediately after I listened to it. Immediately, it was so good. It was so good. But I know I wasn't here to basically chime in on the whole Marines versus Marines thing. But how could you possibly go against, in my opinion, how could you possibly go against the troopers from Starship Troopers? Not only not yeah,
the Roughnecks.
the Roughnecks, whether it was Rico's or what was Michael Ironside character's name again?
I forget. But the biggest question is to figure out how you would determine who would win against each other. Imagine how good would they do against the aliens. Rico's Roughnecks versus the aliens.
Hey, listen.
Look,
you know what? I'm gonna set this straight for you because there's only one citizen in the group. Yeah. So I'm gonna set this straight for you.
There's only one citizen in the group. Wow, this guy.
As a citizen enlisted talking to a bunch of civilians, I'm gonna make it real easy.
Okay.
Ripley had no training at all, and she made it out. So you don't need no Marine Shireen, okay? That woman saved the child and defeated the queen. You understand? Rico.
She was determined.
They found a big brain bug, and Lex Luthor is the one that blew up the big bug brain, and then they brought it all the way back. Mobile infantry for the win.
You know what's hilarious about that movie, though? You know what's hilarious about
he does have a point.
Rico's girlfriend that fucking dumped him for that other pilot, they're saying it was her fault. Because if you look at the map and they show where the bugs are versus where the humans are, there's no way the bugs would have shot any meteorite that would have hit it. They said that because she wasn't paying attention, she's the one that diverted the asteroid into Earth, and then they just use that as an excuse to go invade the bugs. Go back and watch the movie.
It's very possible.
I'll definitely go rewatch it because man, that of all the movies, because Paul Verhoeven's movies are always satirical, and they are full of subtle but that movie by Paul Verhoeven is such a classic. I'd recommend anybody watching it. I don't know how today's kids would take Starship Troopers or how people that have never watched Starship Troopers, given our current political climate, how they would gravitate towards Starship Troopers. But man, so much of the commentary in that movie parallels what's going on in today's world right now.
What you know about
100%.
foreign directors?
Paul
Verhoeven made the movie. I mean, what?
Yeah, and Luc Besson made another movie that you avoided for years.
Get please. I was getting it.
Here we go again.
Get him.
Am I on the screen again? No, it wants to hide me on the screen.
Everybody already knows that you took 6,000 years to watch Fifth Element.
Oh man, did it? It did. It did take you.
What is going on with our?
I don't know. I don't get it. It doesn't like me. It apparently I sacrificed my video feed for Dido. So
the virus has affected you now.
Anytime I try and appear on the screen, it hides my video. So I don't get it. No, you're not. You on the screen. You on the screen. I know you can't, but the stream can see you as long as the stream can see you.
Yeah, you're there.
Yeah, so as long as the stream can see you, you're right.
Bring sexy back.
Yeah, she stands Kishiro on his alter ego right now. Can't show his face. I love it. And Waffles over there. Waffles was on YouTube, but he's over on Twitch now. Brian Kenny, you need a multi-pass to watch it. Y'all got jokes. Y'all got jokes. Y'all got jokes. I love it. That's good. Y'all got jokes. Appreciate that.
Right here.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Had yourself one of these.
Yeah, multi-pass.
That guy has everything.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
It's hard to shop for me.
My God, where do you get those wonderful toys? Man, these guys
everywhere. Actually, big ups to
He said, "I go to Hot Topics." No,
his Iron Man 2 the Gantry edition has reached what was like almost 3,000 views on YouTube right now. It's it's doing pretty good. It came out September. So if you haven't gone over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Culture Junkies, you'll find a lot of the videos that GQ always adds to his collection. As you can see, he adorns his walls with nothing but the finest things. And he's got a lot of stuff even hidden in his back room that you haven't seen too. So
Takeem, I didn't get that from a Loot Crate. I've never subscribed to Loot Crate. I got that at a shop in Vegas that has movie memorabilia.
No. He always acquires all of his things, not from loot boxes.
It's a matter of fact, it's a shop not too far from that Toy Shack that they showed on Pawn Stars all the time. So over in the Fremont Street area.
Did Guy Jordan say Waffles needs to be a show? What show would that be? Him making different types of waffles and buttering them up with
Mr. Waffle Show.
Yeah, like Mr. Robinson.
Mr. Waffle Show.
Well, everybody make sure y'all giving us
day.
our follows and subscribes on the platforms that you are currently on. That would be great.
That would be great.
I also want to send a special shout out to our patrons. We appreciate all you guys for the support. Of course, our Patreon is patreon.com/culturejunkies. And different tiers. So
I have to tell you, this show, the conversation's been flying by. We still got like 20 minutes left of the show. Marcus A64's got a good question for you though, GQ. He says, GQ, are you getting the Omega Prime HasLab?
Omega Prime. Not familiar with that one. Are they doing a new Transformer?
Must be.
Or is it something else?
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I have to look it up because I'm not familiar with the Omega Prime HasLab.
It's
the only HasLab that I didn't get and I'm mad about is the Unicron.
You still isn't Omega Prime and Unicron like the same fucking thing, planets or whatever?
No, that was Primus.
What am I thinking?
It's Unicron and Primus.
Oh, Omega Supreme. Wait a minute, Omega Prime. Who's it? What the?
What are you talking about?
I'm like on the new Transformers, man. I don't really pay too much. I'm completely still on like G1. In fact,
that's like one of those new style Transformers or whatever.
These were the last things I was collecting, and because I like the G1 stuff, I don't really look at the new
Masterpiece.
Stuff
absolutely. Masterpiece line was great. It sucked that Toys R Us was the people that had to carry the line. They were exclusive to Toys R Us here.
Somebody said he's a combination of Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus Transformers RID 2001.
No. None of that stuff counts for me. I'm sorry.
Well, Marcus, he said it doesn't count. 864.
No. Buy what you want. Me personally, that's going to go into my collection. No, absolutely not. The only HasLab that I'm mad that I missed out on was was Unicron. Because Unicron now will cost me about $2,000 to get, and I don't know that I even want to bother.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
is that the COVID price, or is that the price that it was before?
Oh no. The original price was like $550 or something like that. Price. And I'm mad at myself for passing up on it. But it was one of those things where it's like, we need backers. So it's like, okay, so I'm going to give you $500 that you're going to take right now. That if this doesn't happen, I'm going to have to wait for your return, your refund.
When you Kickstarter, you don't get a refund.
Well, there's also that issue too. Well, this was HasLab. This was their first project or whatever. So it's Hasbro. So you would expect them to at least be able to honor giving you your money back. But so what happened was the initial push failed. So I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't miss out on anything because it failed. Then all of a sudden, oh yeah. So we decided to, since we got so close, we're going to go ahead and just, keep going until we get the goal. I'm like, thanks for telling everybody that after the fact. So I was like, nah, skip all that. I'm not playing that game. And yeah.
I was going to say a little bit further back, Tay-Swag Gaming brought up something regarding Starship Troopers. Was there a part 2 of Starship Troopers?
Whoa! Hey!
There's a part 2. Whoa.
Wait,
yeah.
Who said
There's
that?
There's a part 2 and a part 3.
Tay-Swag Gaming.
Tay.
Yeah.
Easy. Easy.
We don't acknowledge that film.
We don't acknowledge that shit.
Don't
Easy.
acknowledge that film.
Yeah, and a 3. They were all garbage. After
Oh yeah, they're all
Oh
terrible.
yeah, the first one was the
Yeah.
only one that really mattered.
Yeah,
the other ones were just
Yeah.
as people like to
Yeah.
say nowadays, they were soulless cash grabs.
Yeah, they were made by
Realistically,
civilians.
everything is
Not
a
by
cash grab, but they just weren't as good as the first one. So let's just believe
At
it
all.
at that.
At all. It was like watching RoboCop 3. Oh God.
RoboCop 3.
No.
3
Did you
is
ever
a
watch the
very tough
RoboCop
watch.
movie?
Oh my goodness.
They had I don't know when they came out. I think they went direct to video, whatever. They weren't numbered.
Mhm.
It was a RoboCop movie, and I happened to see it on what was it on Amazon? The hell's the name of that RoboCop movie? Oh my gosh, you thought 3 was bad.
Well, they had
No.
Prime Directives, and I think Prime
That
Directives
might have
had
been
like
it.
a movie.
Oof.
That might have been it.
Yeah, it might have been the Prime
They
Directives
was
movie.
yeah, they did a
Disney
lot of
TV movie.
the straight to video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that might have been
RoboCop,
it.
again, another Paul Verhoeven thing. The first one was anyway. And I think
No.
the second one, I think he directed. RoboCop's all you really got to
Didn't
mess
he-
with. Everything else is just like nope.
Go ahead and ban
Including that
Wolverine
cartoon.
from the chat.
You said what? Shaq
Go ahead
still
and
needs
ban-
a sequel.
Ban that man from the chat forever.
He says
Ban him
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
the chat.
Forever. Chat.
Ban him from
Steel?
the chat.
A sequel
Wow.
to Steel? Oh, he's out of him and Tay out of here. Get him out of here.
Oh my goodness.
Man, that is
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
Yeah,
No,
Mr.
didn't
Earl was
Frank
back for a
produce
second.
part
and he's
2?
trying to tinker and toy with it.
Yes, I am, and to no avail. It looks
Yeah, you
like
probably
something's
should wait.
wrong with that scene. Yeah, yeah. You guys won't see me for the rest of the show, unfortunately. So, and I guess that's probably not a big loss. Actually, there's only 4 minutes left of the show anyway. So, it looks like my powerful computer was overexerting itself a little bit.
Yeah, close
so.
some of them Chrome windows.
Yeah, you know, you're not wrong, and I actually did have to do
Chrome
that.
window.
I
Very
did have to do. I did have to do
seldom
that.
am wrong, but I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Boy, got
Seldom
that
am
browser
wrong.
window open. Close it.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Wait
a
Close
minute.
some browsers and
Whoa.
Close that video, Cut it down, pal.
Whoa, Omega. Whoa, Omega. Hold up, brother. Oh, hold up, man. Hold up, brother.
That boy got that OnlyFans open. It's a picture of
Oh,
him
my
as the
goodness.
bad Titan
Oh,
with that
my
glove,
goodness,
with
this
that
guy.
glove
Right.
on.
Exactly.
Oh my
Marky
goodness, this
64
guy.
said you over there having fun cosplaying as the Watcher.
Yeah, exactly. I am the Watcher. She says thoughts on Battlefront 1 and 2 collection next month, real quick.
Wait.
I don't get it. Yeah,
No,
that's right. They're releasing
they just
re-releasing Battlefront.
released the old Battlefront from the
PlayStation
PS2
2.
days.
Oh, okay.
I
Whatever.
don't personally understand the point. I understand the point. What I mean by understand the point is like they couldn't give it the time of day to make it look better for like the new. Literally looks just like the PlayStation 2 with a little bit higher resolution or a lot of bit higher resolution.
Online
So,
multiplayer with new heroes and maps. It says, yeah, some of the
if
maps.
it's fun, it's fun, but like,
Yeah.
I mean,
the
I guess
one
you
thing
can't
that
play
was-
online on PlayStation 2 anymore. So
Yeah. I mean, the other thing that was kind of a lackluster release, honestly, after I got it was the Tomb Raider Remastered, because the modern controls make that game damn near unplayable. And that's a shame. Because you got to remember, those games were based on square grids. So tank controls worked for that reason.
Mhm.
So you put modern controls in that game, it's crazy trying to do any. It was so bad I couldn't get. You know how like she can backflip and shoot and all that other sort of stuff.
yeah,
With modern controls, when you run through her house as the training, you can't backflip because her guns aren't drawn. So I'm like, this is dumb. Like, why would y'all do
you
that?
just change it to modern controls. I mean,
No.
change it back to
When
the
you
tank
use
control.
modern controls, you can't backflip unless your guns are drawn.
Yeah,
That's silly.
you're most definitely silly.
So
And I don't know. Again, that was another one I didn't quite understand why they remade that one, because they came out with a remake for Tomb Raider 1 on Xbox and PlayStation 3. Is with better controls, better graphics, all that stuff. But it is what it is. You just have to play it the old school way with the tank controls. and the
Yeah,
30
the one thing
frames
that
per
is cool, though.
second.
The one thing that is cool is you can flip back and forth between the graphics just by hitting the start button or the options button.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I mean,
They've
it's
been doing that
instant.
in
It's
a
not
lot
like a
of those
load.
games.
It's just back, forth, back, forth. I'm like, that's not terrible, I guess. But at the same time, why would I play the old? I bought it remastered because I wanted to look at it looking better. So
Exactly. Exactamundo.
That sucks.
What sucks?
Mhm.
Who
I
said
don't know.
what?
You probably heard, you was talking about something we said 5 minutes ago.
It got that delay
Oh.
again.
This is why you don't play fighting games or any games on the Wi-Fi. Your Dragon Prince will come after the round is over.
Oh man.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 10 o'clock. GQ, why don't you close us out since I can't be on the screen?
Oh my
Well,
god.
okay. Well, we appreciate y'all for stopping by the show and kicking it with us for an hour. Obviously, we'll be back next week. I don't know. Omega might make a return. He might not. Might depend. We'll see what
Who
happens.
knows? We
But
might have to bribe
obviously,
him.
obviously, Kenshiro will be here. Hopefully on screen this time.
Hopefully.
Daidakuji will be back. Simon says we'll have found a flux capacitor in a DeLorean so we can move forward in time a little bit, enjoying the
No.
conversation.
I think
And
it means
I don't know, it could be
Can
something that Darian did too.
you
I
go
mean,
back?
Daido, it's possible.
could use the
Gotta get
Oh.
back in time.
control.
Yeah, right, exactly. And
Do
then
they have-
obviously I'll be
Is,
here.
is-
have like a
is this man still talking about that?
I think so. Either way. All I know is
He got
all I
stuck in
know
it.
is
He got stuck in one of those time vortex.
exactly. Exactly. He's
hilarious.
down there. He's down there in the quantum realm and then bouncing in and out.
Yo, that's funny.
But I definitely will be watching Bad Batch probably later on because I didn't realize they dropped those 3
Yeah,
episodes. So
I didn't
gotta
either.
watch that.
Those of
Definitely
you
watch
also be ready for Avatar: The Last Airbender coming out tomorrow as well. So
Really?
looking forward to that. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, coming out tomorrow, and obviously, I think it's next week is Shogun. I'm very much looking forward to Shogun.
Oh
so,
yeah, Shogun's gonna be nice.
yeah, it's gonna be really good, really good, really good.
Yeah,
and
so
Dune
we-
2, Dune 2
Go ahead.
comes out soon too, right? Dune 2,
I think
Yeah.
right?
he was supposed to drop
Yeah,
like next
weekend,
week
I
or this
believe.
week.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
we
can't
got
wait.
like a 94, 96.
Woo, can't wait. Yeah,
Right,
ooh,
I'm looking
can't wait
forward
for
to
that.
that one.
Very
I
much
wish I
looking
could
forward
watch
to
it like how I watched the first one on HBO Max at home.
Nope.
No,
Gotta
they
get out the
realize
house.
they got to make money.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they do.
That's
realize
why they
gotta
sold it off
actually
as-
make money on these films.
They
So
already
they
got
don't
you.
have
They already
fingers.
got my money.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they got your money, but they don't have enough of it. They need,
Nope.
they need,
They need more.
for something that big. They need way more.
Way more.
Yeah, they had them
Yeah.
skins in Fortnite and in Call of Duty as well.
Mhm. Yeah, they
All
trying
right,
to
y'all,
get
for
away
real
with
this
it.
time. We getting
Well,
out of
and
here.
Kurt-
We getting out of here
Yes,
for real
sir.
this time. Yep.
Yeah,
All right, we
did have
appreciate
a
y'all.
pretty,
Take it easy.
nice
Come back
overclocked
next
remake.
week, same time.
I think we're already gone.
Multiple
because we're doing
channels.
a raid.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
doing a raid?
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing a raid. I'm probably raiding Sam, but
Yeah, I think.
but yeah,
it
we're out of
just-
here.
All right.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.